Welcome to the Dorm Podcast with Lance
And Champi.
Champy. Okay. Musta ka naman, Champy?
Ayun, first, attorney, I would like to thank you. Kasi
Ah.
actually, kung dream guest mo ako, dream ko rin na to be interviewed by you. Kasi di ba, nakakatawa kasi I was just watching your podcast and sabi ko,
Oh.
nakakatawa naman kasi yung contents mo, it's, kumbaga parang hindi siya yung typical content. It's like a dorm, chill vibe. So gusto ko yung ganung klaseng content. Kasi sobrang dami ko na na-attendan na parang structured. But for you, it's like parang free-flowing and you can just be whoever you want to be. Parang ganun.
Totoo yan. You can be anyone you can be. Kasi ano to parang ito yung outlet ko for being my most authentic self.
Yeah. And that's what's important.
In fact, dun sa mga hindi nakakilala, let me introduce nga pala si Champy. Okay, so yung main audience namin for this episode, I'm sure, is yung mga nasa Kaizen. So shout out, mga nakatapos ngayon ng Kaizen Season 9. I will upload this immediately. Siguro next week, uploaded na to. And syempre, siguro yung audience ni Champ Fit doon sa Facebook. So if you watch his clips, makikita mo yung journey niya sa kanyang fitness, most of your content, di ba?
Yes.
Ayan. Pero most of all, yung pinaka-interesting kay RJ, aka Champy, is he is the first Kaizen champion. And kung makikita niyo dito, siguro edit natin before and after, no? Yung transformation niya from being dad bod ka ba nun?
Hindi, skinny fat.
Okay, skinny fat to shredded six-pack, six-pack macho. Ayun, kung ano yung ideal na gusto niyong shredded na attain ni RJ in just 100 days. Parang ad na ng Kaizen.
Oo nga
Ayan. So, ayan, since most of the people listening ay Kaizen student. So, na-discuss yung mga version, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
So, yung first question ko, nilagay ko dito sinulat ko pa nga para mas ma-articulate ko. Tell us what life looks like for you right now. Kasi, if someone meets the version of Champy today, anong version, ka? Version 2.0, yung mga ganon.
Correct.
Anong era ka ngayon?
Siguro masasabi ko na I am at my best version.
Wow.
Yeah, kasi eventually, the goal of life is improving and beating your old previous self, di ba? Kasi marami sa atin, we're looking for something and naniniwala ako na the most important thing is to be happy. So, dun ka lagi magpaponder is, ang ginagawa mo ba at the end of the night is, nakukuha mo ba yung happiness? Kasi marami sa atin dito, we're just living, but we're not living enough, di ba? Alam mo yun, nabubuhay ka lang, pero you're not fully enjoying the present, the moment. So, for me, I am my best version kasi binibigay ko lahat every time I do something, and that's what makes my life parang complete. Kasi sa sobrang dami kong gina-juggle, like, for example, yung Kaizen ko, I have my own premium coaching, yung Kraken sa social media influencer, business ko sa Philippines, and I also work as an operating room nurse in Qatar. So sobrang dami kong gina-juggle and ayun, nakakatuwa lang kasi all aligned and kumbaga parang dinadala niya ako kung saan ko gusto talaga, and that's my best version, which is my 2.0 siguro.
So hindi mo siya i-label as 2.0, 3.0, ganon. Pero yung parang more on the true RJ 2.0 na doing what he loves to do.
Yeah.
Everything is aligned, ganon. Pero paano kung halimbawa merong something na hindi aligned sa buhay mo? Do you easily get out of it or you slowly calibrate?
Ayun. So, para malaman ko na hindi align, I need first to reflect on something, di ba? Kasi paano natin malalaman na hindi siya aligned if hindi mo naman siya inaral? Kasi sometimes, hindi naman masama ang disalignment. Kasi meron ka pa rin matutunan dito di ba? Kasi, ang mga tao, they're too much focused on having the perfect life. But the problem here is, how will you grow if you have the perfect life, di ba? So, for me, everything that's happening to you is actually merong purpose, di ba? So, minsan yung mga disalignment, yung mga problems in life, it's actually a way of life teaching you on how to be your best version. Kasi marami sa atin takot dito to take the risk, di ba? Paano kung, kunyari, kung hindi mo ginawa, ayoko kasing mabuhay sa mundong to na parang 20 years from now, I'm going to look at myself na sabihin na, paano, what if I tried, di ba? So, I would rather fail. Gusto kong malaman na nag-fail ako kaysa sabihin ko sa sarili ko na ano kaya yung feeling to be doing something that I wanted to do 20 years ago, di ba? So if I fail na alam ko na I'm happy, di ba? So if I fail, edi try again sa susunod. Parang ganun.
Tama kasi ano 'di ba? Parang malalaman mo lang kung ano yung gusto mo kapag na-experience mo kung ano yung ayaw mo. That's what I got from what you said to me.
Yes.
Parang ano, nagkakaroon ng analysis paralysis karamihan. And I think yun yung naging lesson mo, lesson na mga natutunan natin dun sa self-improvement journey natin. Tsaka nakakatuwa sa self-improvement, may spillover talaga yung fitness eh. Tingnan niyo yung arms ni Champy. Nakaka-distract di ba?
Nakaka-distract.
So, tell me more about your, how you got here. First, yung life mo, bago ka maging nurse sa Qatar. Kasi you mentioned operating room nurse ka eh.
Yeah.
Before mangyari tong content creation, before mangyari yung champion sa Kaizen and sa Kraken. You were nurse dito sa Philippines?
Yes. So, I started work. Basically, I am a nurse, a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. And then, nag-experience ako dito sa Philippines. And yung sweldo ko kasi noon is very, kumbaga, sobrang baba. Ewan ko kung ba't ganun. Pero, sweldo lang ako ng around...
It's okay, you can...
Pwede natin sabihin.
Oh,
so,
pwede.
it's around, parang 3,000 a month.
Okay, 3,000.
Yeah. And it's really painful, di ba? Kasi
A month, so 1.5 per cut-off?
Parang gano'n.
Okay.
Hindi ko na siya maalala eh. Pero most likely, sobrang close doon. And we are underpaid but overworked. That's the reason siguro why most of the nurses na after mag-experience, they eventually go outside. So, yun. So, nag-experience ako ng 3 years and then...
3 years, 3,000 salary, gano'n.
Yeah.
Wow.
And alam mo ba, dati, nurses pa yung nagbabayad to have an experience, di ba? So, parang, di ba, parang baliktad. So, yun. Kaya, I decided to go outside. Pero wala talaga akong plan to really go outside. Kasi, alam mo yung ako lang yung niyaya randomly ng mga tao na parang, uy, apply ka dito. Tapos ako, sige, apply ako dyan. And then nakakatawa kasi apat kami nag-apply.
Okay.
And then,
So, nurse kayo sa isang
sa
hospital,
isang hospital.
apat kayo.
Yeah, apat kami nag-apply. And then, anong nangyari, wala kasi akong alam sa Manila. And everything that's, kumbaga parang the processing, the paperwork, nangyayari siya sa Manila. So, wala akong alam. So, sabi ko, sige, sama lang ako, pero susunod lang ako sa inyo. So, sila nagbo-book ng hotel, sila nagpa-process everything. So, every punta namin sa Manila, nababawasan kami. So, from 4, natanggal yung isa kasi hindi pumasa sa interview.
Okay.
And then, next naman, yung isa, hindi pumasa sa medical. Tapos yung isa naman, meron siyang incomplete na document. Pero ang nakakatuwa, before sila maubos, na-process na namin lahat-lahat.
Okay.
Kasi kung sa simula pa lang natanggal na sila, hindi ko na itutuloy kasi tamad ako mag-process ng mga papers. So, naniniwala ako na everything happens for a reason na para sa akin talaga yung pag-work sa Middle East.
Tapos, nung pagdating mo sa Middle East, nalagas na yung tatlo mong friends.
Yeah, ako na lang
Edi
ngayon.
mag-isa ka, wala kang kakilala doon at all sa Middle East.
Yeah, wala akong kakilala and that's actually one of the saddest part of being an OFW, diba? Kasi just imagine you're earning too much but you're living alone. So, it's really painful. Kaya, shout out sa mga OFW dyan, sobrang gagaling nyo. And ayun lang. Pero from time to time, madalas ako umuwi. Halos parang 3 times a year ako umuwi. So, sobrang ganda ng company namin ngayon and the benefits are really outstanding. So, sa mga nurses dyan, if you have the opportunity to go outside and work, grab the chance talaga. Sobrang life-changing talaga. And siguro bukod sa salary, you're going to learn valuable lessons. Valuable lessons dito if naging OFW. Kasi ang dami mong matutunang skill sets, mindset shift, knowledge. And ayun.
Pero yung workload dun sa, alimbawa, yung first time mong, some country ka ba
Yeah. So currently, I'm working sa Middle East sa Qatar. So
after nung sa Philippines na 3K, Qatar ka na nun?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So you've been in Qatar how many years?
So parang 7 years na.
Okay.
Pero sabi ko lang dati sa sarili ko, I'm just going to work here for a year. Pero nagulat ako, 7 years na, oh my God.
Grabe. So ibig sabihin malaki talaga sweldo. Yung ano na lang, yung estimate, nung 3K, magkano estimate nung unang sweldo mo?
Una kong sweldo,
Oo.
parang nag-times...
100?
Naku, mahina ako sa math eh. Nag-times parang ganyan, around mga times 80. Times 80. Just imagine.
Times 80, compute nyo na lang.
Pero syempre,
3 times 80.
ngayon mas bigger na kasi syempre, ayan. So,
bigger
ayan.
na. Okay.
Pero I have papers for US, kaso I don't see myself sa US eh. Kumbaga parang, as of now, I found my passion sa fitness. And gusto ko siyang, kumbaga parang, since I am working as a nurse in the Middle East, and I can do my coaching, pag wala ako sa work sa So, alam mo yun, enjoying best of both worlds. So, parang ngayon, as of now, I'm very happy with being a nurse and doing what I love, which is fitness.
So, nung naging fitness enthusiast ka, nasa Qatar ka na nun?
Yes. So,
Okay.
bale dun siya nagsimula.
Okay. Paano ka nagsimula sa fitness journey mo?
Ayun, so...
Lalagyan ko nga to. Ito itsura mo nung pre-Qatar. Okay.
So, nakakatawa siya kasi ang origin talaga niya is nabully ako nung high school sa college.
Okay.
So, I have a very weak physique.
Oo.
So, ako yung, alam mo, yung tampulan.
Payatot ka ganun?
Yeah, sobrang payatot ko. Ako yung, yung pinagtitripan lagi pag may mga bully. Ako yung easy target. So, yan. And after nun, nawalan ako ng confidence. And then, nagkaroon ako ng relationship sa Middle East. Kaso, na-realize niya na hindi niya pala ako mahal. Kasi daw, parang feeling niya, hindi ko siya kayang ipagtanggol. Parang ganon.
Okay.
Ayun. So, yun yung reason kung ba't parang pinush ko. So, nagkaroon ako ng anxiety, ng depression. And, doon ko na-realize na nalulunod na ako. And sabi ko, I need to...
How many years in ka na nun sa Qatar?
Sa Qatar, siguro mga 2 years or 3 years. I'm not really parang sure. Pero, ayun nga. So, nanulunod ako sa depression, sa anxiety. And it has to stop. Kasi kung hindi, alam ba, nagkakaroon na ako ng ideation about killing myself. So,
trigger warning.
Ganun na siya kalala. So, it's really, kumbaga parang, just imagine you're living alone in a foreign country, tapos wala kang support system, and ganun pa yung experience mo. So, sabi ko, I need to have an outlet. And, gladly lumabas sa isang, and then, nakita ko yung lazy lifter, si Coach Shaw, and then I asked him na parang, do you do private coaching?
Okay.
Sabi niya, I don't do personal private coaching, but I have a program that's upcoming, which is yun nga, Kaizen. So sabi ko, sige, I'll wait for it, and then I'm going to give it a try. And then the rest is history. I transformed from this photo to this photo. So, ayan, i-edit na daw ni attorney.
Edit natin.
Ayan. So, ayun. And I'm just happy now na fast forward. Currently, I'm helping other students to transform to their best version naman.
Grabe pala yung na-mention mo sa bullying tsaka sa love life mo, no. Paano ka naka-get over dun sa bullying nung bata ka?
Sa bullying,
paano ka naka-cope nun?
Yeah, alam mo yung pagbata-bata kasi tayo, we don't have the perfect coping mechanisms. Unlike kapag medyo matanda ka na. So, ang ginagawa lang natin is just to accept the fact na binubully tayo. Tapos ma-engrave dun sa utak natin na hindi tayo worthy, na mahina talaga tayo. Kaya nga ang daming ngayon ng mga estudyante or mga bata na, alam mo yun, na they're really suffering depression, anxiety, even to the point na in-end nila yung life nila kasi they don't know the perfect escape or route to, kumbaga, to end it. That's why I wanted to become a fitness influencer para ma-realize nila na bullying is not the end part. Na if they can improve their self-esteem, their physique, if they can have an outlet in life, they can be the best version of themselves. So, hindi naman sa gusto kong maging beacon of light for bullies, pero bullying individuals. Pero I want to give them a little hope. Alam mo, sabi nga ni Real Talk Darbs na even just one soul na baguhin mo, kumbaga parang worth more than 1 million views. Diba? So doon ko na-realize na why not try to take the plunge, take a leap of faith, tapos kahit bumagol ako ng isang life, and I think that's the best thing that I can do for the world. Diba?
Ang ganda nun kasi hindi natin alam, most people they just look at the metrics, diba, kung maraming views. Pero what you are doing kasi, you're making people less alone.
Yes.
Na, kasi pag dito sa mundo nung wala pang internet, feel ko mas marami nabubul nung wala pang internet. Kasi hindi nila alam na maraming katulad nila na interest. Minsan kasi nabubuli ka, halimbawa, different yung likes and interest mo with other kids or may konti kang iba yung itsura mo na ibang tao pala, it's a positive thing, maganda pala siya.
Yes, yes.
Tapos, since ano ba, skin color, di ba? Dito sa Pilipinas, pag darker skin, nabubuli, di ba? Tapos sa ibang bansa, ano pala, ang ganda nung ganon, di ba? So, yung ginagawa mo, it makes people less alone. That's what I've observed, gano'n.
Yeah. So, alam mo yun, the idea of just changing one soul, I think it's worth more than 1 billion views. So, doon ako na-hook kay Real Talk Darbs kasi, alam mo yun, you're not just doing content but you're changing lives. So, sobrang ganda nun.
Sa ano naman, paano ka naka-move on dun sa love life? Gano'n?
Ayun, so...
Siya ba yung last mong jowa?
Hindi naman. Hindi, yeah. Siya yung last kong jowa ata.
Okay.
So, yun.
But ata?
Hindi ko alam kung considered ba yung mga fling or
okay.
dapat ba parang in a relationship.
Dapat may DTR. Define the relationship. No?
Okay. So, ayun. Pero, sorry, ano yung tanong na? Bigla ka na.
Paano ka na-move on?
Paano ko na-move on? Ayun. So, kinasal na siya. Uy! Joke lang. Siyempre, I'm very happy kung nasan man siya. And, siyempre, kumbaga naniniwala naman ako na may natutunan kaming dalawa sa relationship namin. Kahit na, ayun kasi yung maganda kay Kaizen. Tuturuan ka niya.
Kaizen, akala ko sa ex mo.
Ayun. So, tuturuan ka niya to reframe things na sometimes life happens na kahit minsan masakit, pero you're going to learn something and you're going to grow from it, di ba? And, ayun, na-realize ko lang na kaya nangyari yun kasi intended pala ako to find my passion in fitness. And siguro, in the future, to be a fitness influencer.
Hindi ba fitness influencer ka na ngayon?
Parang pagano'n na, pero syempre, yeah, sana.
Galing so, ano ba chronological? Kaizen na, di ba?
Yes.
So, sa Kaizen, ilan yung students nung sa fitness program na yun?
Sa Kaizen, ngayon, currently, we're having around 1,500 students every season. So, yan yung mga tinutulungan natin to transform. And, ayun, if you guys are interested, you guys can join the community. It's very, sobrang positive ng community. So, if you're looking for a community wherein somebody can relate to you, I think this is the perfect community. Sobrang positive ng community.
Pansin ko ba sa sinabi mo parang nakatulong din siya nung akala mo kakaiba ka nung binubuli ka tapos nung pag-move on mo. Okay pala yung may community, no?
Yeah, kasi alam mo yun, parang if you find someone who can relate to you, it's a big impact, diba? Na parang minsan hindi mo na-feel, hindi pala ako mag-isa. Meron pala diyang mga tao na same ko na pinagdadaanan na makakatulong sa akin, diba? So,
Tsaka yung pag nakikita ka ng isang successful tao or yung maganda yung katawan, there is always a story behind it,
yes.
no? Tapos, so after mo mag-champion sa Kaizen, that was anong year yon?
That was a long time ago.
long time ago.
Parang first season and naka 8 seasons na kami ngayon. So,
divided by 2, so 4 years.
So around 3 or 4 years yata, parang gano'n.
Going 4th year ka ng Batak, ganyan.
Yes.
So paano mo na-maintain yung ganyan? Kasi ako naging Kaizen student ako for 1 season. After 100 days, nagka-abs ako. Tapos ikaw, parang may abs ka na for the 4 years na kilala kita. How do you maintain yung ganyan na...
This physique.
Yung ganyan na... nakasando nga siya.
Pero alam mo, the reason why I'm wearing sando kasi I'm a walking advertisement. Since I'm selling fitness, paano sila maniniwala na I can teach them fitness if hindi na nakikita na walk the talk ka, di ba? So, medyo intentional din why I'm wearing sando as compared to... Pero alam mo, weird attorney kasi when I pack my luggages, lagi pag umuwi ako, lagi ang makita. Hindi. Ang weird kasi lagi ako merong mga jackets, mga t-shirts, pero never kong ginagamit. So makikita mo sa mga photos ko lagi, puro nakasando lang. Kasi yun nga, syempre, people will ask, anong workout mo, anong program mo? And doon ko sila dinidirect sa either sa Kaizen or sa my own premium coaching. So parang silently, I'm working na, ano mo yun, kahit namamasyal lang ako, I'm advertising using my physique.
So,
parang
so
ganun.
namamasyal, meaning naglalakad ka sa mall tapos meron na ba nag-approach sa'yo na, ba't ang ganda na katawan mo, gano'n?
Usually sa mga bar.
Sa bar,
Nakakatawa
okay.
kasi,
Okay.
ayun, so kung nakita niyo ako sa bar, hello sa
Oo,
inyo guys. So,
okay.
syempre, parang short conversation. Uy, ang ganda ng katawan mo. Anong ginagawa mo? Sabi ko, ito yung program ko, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos, and nakakatawa kasi, for the previous seasons, ang dami kong mga affiliates or mga nag-join sa program because they were interested with the program.
Nakita ka nakasando?
Yeah, nakita nila ako nakasando.
Okay.
So, alam mo yun, parang
Naging trademark mo na yung...
naging trademark ko na talaga yung sando and nakakatawa kasi parang sometimes it pays the bills or most of the time, diba? So, yun.
Galing
And share ko lang, I was able to parang earn extra parang around 7 digits.
7 digits?
Yeah, just
Okay.
by wearing sando.
Oh, di ba? Oh, nakatipid ka na sa damit, kumita ka pa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Saka yun,
ng 7 digits.
7 digits. Tipid siya sa
7 digits. So,
sabon.
million, no? Dahil sa sando,
Yeah, dahil sa
nagka-extra million ka, ganun. Wow. So, halimbawa, naging successful ka na nga ngayon, both financially and sa iyong fitness journey. How do you maintain yun, mo naman? Yan, sabi mo naman.
Yung physique, yeah.
Both physique and yung, kasi napansin ko, how you do one thing is how you do everything
System thinking.
System thinking, 'di ba? So kaya yung mga CEO, 'di ba, ngayon puro batak sila, they maintain both their finances and their physique, no. So yung question ko, one, hindi mo nasagot kasi nagsando ka lang eh. Maintenance ng ng physique. Number two, maintenance ng iyong finances. Kasi ang daling i-blow ng 1M pero ikaw na maintain mo pa rin yung kahit yung spending wisely, marunong ka eh.
Yeah.
How do you maintain both? So,
yeah, so una, natutunan ko yung discipline sa fitness. And na-realize ko na discipline, mindset, habits, actually, pwede mo siyang dalhin sa ibang spheres of your life. Kasi yung knowledge mo sa fitness, pwede mo siyang i-convert naman sa wealth. Pwede mo siyang i-convert sa abundance. So, alam mo, parang what you do in a particular thing is you can just replicate it in another field, diba? So, ako, na-maintain ko siya through, syempre nga, ito yung common na sinasuggest ko lagi sa mga tao is I have a mnemonic which is JAM.
Ano yung jam? Okay,
So,
bago
yeah,
yun na.
jam.
Okay, jam. Go.
JAM is for journaling.
Okay,
So,
number one, journaling.
Journaling, yeah.
Okay,
Sobrang
journaling.
importante nito kasi everything that you write, diba? What you write there is yung mga dreams mo, your goals, your aspiration, and you have to be smart about it. Kasi sometimes what we do...
Smart meaning smart goals?
Yes, smart goals. Like, for example, gusto mong maging mayaman.
Okay.
But if you're just going to write there, I just want to be rich, is kailan niya ibibigay ni Lord yun? Kailan ibibigay ni universe? But if you write na, you want to be rich this year, through this action, with these people, in this environment, di ba mas maging specific? Mas madaling ibigay sa'yo. So, maging smart ka sa goals mo. So, journaling. Next is action.
Action.
Yes. So, sa action naman natin, incomplete kasi, kahit isulat mo na you want to be rich, kahit smart pa siya, if wala ka namang gagawing activity, di ba? So, kailangan mong mag-execute. Like yung parang kwento ni Juan Tamad, di ba? Lagi siya nag-wait nung bayabas ba yun? Na mahulog sa... Nakangangalang siya. So, kahit maghintay siya doon ng gano'ng katagal, if hindi siya gagawa ng action, nonsense siya. Okay. Next naman natin is manifestation.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Manifestation.
Naniniwala kasi ako na we are all energy and we attract energy. Diba?
Oo. Na-attract na kita going here di ba?
Sobrang galing naman nun. So yun. So if you attract
From
positivity.
Qatar to Taft.
So if you attract positivity, definitely mangyari siya sa'yo. And how I manifest things is I write everything. So through journaling, gumagawa ako ng mga manifestation board. And nung nanalo ako sa Kaizen, I wrote every day dun sa big board na I will be the first Kaizen champion. And nakakatuwa kasi from my manifestation board, it became my reality. Naging plaque siya. And ginawa ko rin siya sa Kraken. So,
ayan. Nandun yun nasa slide si ni Coach Cho
yes, lagi siya nasa slide ni Coach Cho. And ginawa ko rin siya sa Kraken. Sinulat ko doon, I will be the next Kraken champion. So from the board, it became plaque. So nakakatuwa. And lastly, so kung kompleto na rin siya sa journaling, action, and manifestation, ito yung usually nakakalimutan ng mga tao na i-add sa equation, which is the Lord.
Okay. Jamo.
jam with the Lord.
Jam,
Diba? Jam with the Lord.
Okay.
Kasi if you're
Ayos.
going
Pastor
to...
ka rin pala.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kasi if you're going to include the Lord in everything that you do, everything will align, everything will flow, di ba? Kasi yun yung mostly nakakalimutan ng mga tao na, alam mo yun, they're treating their success as their own. Pero itong success na to, it was given by God. So if you celebrate it with the Lord, if you celebrate it with the people that you love, definitely mas uulan pa ng abundance, di ba? So again, journaling, action, manifestation, and including the Lord in everything that you do. Jamming with the Lord is
Amen.
the perfect equation for you, di ba? So yan lang.
Galing Yung manifestation kasi, akala nung karamihan, kaya may basher siya. Yung sinabi mong one tamad, na you just attract it, na wala kang gagawin.
Yes.
Yung na-realize sabi mo, action. So you act as if ikaw na yung taong yun na merong
Exactly.
kung ano man na
Yes.
dream mo. Okay. Jam with the Lord. Ikaw nagawa nun?
Yes.
Wow! Para kang si Joms Meron din yan si Joms, 6 pillars naman of of attracting women. May mga ganun.
I saw.
Okay. Nag-ano ka rin ba doon?
Alam mo, dati student niya ako, nag-apply ako kaso I wasn't able to finish his course.
Okay.
So, ayun.
Ayun. Naging guest ko rin kasi sa previous episode si Joms.
Oh, that's nice.
Si Joms Jonas. So,
Yes.
So far sa sa YouTube, siya yung pinakamaraming viewers I mean siya yung pinaka-popular kong naging guest so far.
Oh,
Sa
that's
Facebook
nice.
naman, ikaw yung most popular so
Wow,
far.
I'm so
Okay.
privileged.
So jam with the Lord. So in-apply mo siya sa Kaizen and sa Kraken. Paano ka naman napunta dun sa content creation after mo maging 'di ba parang anong nangyayari, spillover effect no? Naging successful ka as nurse, then naging successful ka sa Kaizen. Ngayon naman, yung next journey mo, content creation. Paano ka napunta doon?
Ayun. So, naniniwala kasi ako na sobrang ganda ng platform ni Kaizen, di ba? Ang dami niya natatransform. Just imagine the number of transformation that it did. And hindi lang siya about fitness It's about life. It's about, kumbaga, total 360 degrees shift sa buhay ng mga tao. Kasi usually, mga ibang programs, they just give you abs. Pero ito, binibigyan kanya ng reason to live. So, nakakatuwa yun, di ba? And, ayun nga. So, meron akong mga nare-reach na mga audience and nadadala natin siya sa community. Kaso sabi ko, what if I have a bigger platform, di ba? Mas marami tayong masi-change na life. Kasi naniniwala ako sa goal at vision ni Coach Shaw of transforming 100,000 lives. How can we reach that dream if kukunti lang yung reach natin? So sabi ko, why not be a fitness influencer wherein I can influence more compared to me just being a champion inside Kaizen. So why not be be a influencer outside, be a champion outside, and then dalhin natin sila sa community, which is Kaizen, di ba? So that would create more bigger impact, di ba?
Okay. So paano ka paano mo na-meet si Kraken Challenge na na-mention?
Ayun, so si Kraken, ayun nga.
Ano ba yung Kraken?
Yeah,
Lagi mong binabanggit all throughout our
So,
conversation.
ayun, hindi ko rin nabanggit. So, si Kaizen, it's a 100 days challenge siya. So, if you want to transform, it's going to have parang mind, body, soul transformation in 100 days. Si Kraken naman, it's kung gusto mong mag-transform naman to being an influencer. So, it's a 45 days challenge naman na para maging influencer ka.
45 lang.
45 lang. So, whatever your niche is. So, ang goal ni Kraken is to hit your first million views.
Okay.
Parang ganyan.
Then, na-hit mo yung first million views mo within that 45 days.
Yes, exactly.
Ano yung formula mo para ma-hit yung maraming audience, maraming views?
Ayun. Basically, tuturo naman siya lahat dun sa Kraken. Pero, naniniwala pa rin ako dun sa formula ko, which is Jam with the Lord.
Jam with the Lord din,
Yeah.
apply mo dun.
So, i-apply mo lang siya. Hindi ko na babaguhin yung formula ko kasi it's working for me, so why change it, diba?
Ano yung most viewed video mo sa Facebook?
Ayun, yung most viewed
as
video
Champy.
ko sa Facebook and sobrang dami kong basher is yung kumain ako ng donut.
Okay.
So, ang story kasi nun, parang it was a year ago, 2024, I joined my first bodybuilding competition. And nag-diet ako for 5 months and nilet go ko yung eating ng sweets.
Lahat ng matamis, kahit zero sugar, gano'n?
Ayun, hindi, minom na ako zero sugar, pero yung mga sweets, pastries, yan yung mga hindi ko na kinain. So, I was consistently eating chicken breast, rice, and paulit-ulit lang siya for 100 days. Kasi naniniwala ako na if it's giving you result, why change your diet, diba?
Mm.
So, I would rather have parang good physique than iba-iba ako ng kinakain. So, if
Oh.
it's giving me results, so continue
Oh.
ko lang yun. So, yun nga, as I
Oh.
was telling you guys na parang, anong nangyari kasi nun, after my competition, syempre,
After
yung
5
mga-
months,
yeah.
after competition.
yeah, bumaba ako sa stage nun, and then my friends surprised me with a Jayco donut. So, binuksan nila yung box, tapos kinuha ko yung donut, kinagat ko siya, and
Ano rin ba yun? Isang piraso lang? Or
Yeah, isang
parang isang
piraso.
box yung nakita
yeah,
ko.
isang box, pero nung
Ah.
ko siya, kinagat ko siya. Ito yung mga hindi naiintindihan ng mga tao is akala
Sige,
nila,
pa-explain mo sa kanila.
yeah, akala nila umiyak ako dahil sa lasa ng donut.
Oo.
Pero the reason why I cried, kasi nag-flashback yung discipline, yung sleepless night, yung hard work, everything na pinaghirapan mo. So it's not really the sweet taste, but the sacrifices that nobody saw, 'di ba? So doon ko na-realize na parang it was all worth it pala.
Wow.
Parang ganun. So alam mo 'yan, saka napunta ako doon sa plane of gratitude na lagi ako kumakain ng chicken breast at rice. Nung nakatikim ako ng sobrang sarap, doon ko na-appreciate na, ala, ang sarap pala nito. Diba?
So yung, alam ba, pag araw-araw kasi kumakain ng donut, nakakalimutan na yung sarap niya, no?
Exactly. Dito, na-realize ko na parang I'm thankful pala na nag-exist yung mga bagay. Kaya doon ako napunta sa idea na we should always be celebrating small wins. Kahit na gaano pa yan kalaki or kaliit. Dapat magpasalamat tayo na na-experience natin yung mga ganung bagay. Kasi just imagine, hindi naman lahat ng tao may privilege to be able to do or eat something that they want, diba? Parang gano'n.
Parang may ano kasi yun yung parang may plus tsaka minus. If you keep thinking of, if you have an attitude of gratitude, talagang, nagmumultiply siya eh. Whereas, similarly, kapag puro negative iniisip ng mga tao, nagmumultiply din siya ng negative. Kaya, yun nga, parang pag nagkaroon ka ng discipline, ng delayed gratification nga, mas masarap yung tagumpay.
That's the
diba?
term. Delayed gratification. Diba? Kasi I can easily order, kumbaga parang donuts. Pero sabi ko, hindi. Hintayin ko kasi I want to taste the feeling after, diba? After the success, diba?
Ano naman sabi ng mga bashers mo? Wala naman ako nakita ng basher eh.
Ayun,
Yung pinaka-worst na sinabi.
Yeah, actually, yung mga bashers doon is parang they're questioning ba't daw ako umiyak. Simpleng donut lang siya.
Okay.
Pero the reason is, hindi naman sila nakaka-relate dun sa experience ko. And I think crying is very normal, di ba? Kasi marami nagbabash sa akin na na parang na dapat daw hindi ako umiyak, ganyan. So, well, it's their opinion and I don't really, kumbaga parang I don't attack bashers kasi kumbaga lahat naman tayo may personal truth eh. Just imagine you standing there, me standing here, at merong number 6 dito. On my side, I'm looking at number 6, but on your side, you're
9.
looking at number 9, di ba? So I cannot invalidate your feelings kasi yun yung nakikita mo. And you cannot invalidate my feelings kasi ito naman yung nakikita ko. So naniniwala ako na lahat tayo may equal opportunity of everything that we know. If naniniwala tayo sa ganitong bagay, di ba? So,
Kaya very powerful yung belief kasi pag alam mong pag ang belief mo is loser ka, magiging loser ka. Pag ang belief mo is champion ka, magiging champion ka, 'di ba?
Diba?
Palakasan na lang ng belief eh.
Diba? Sabi nga nila kung ano yung tinitignan mo, it will amplify and magnify, diba? If you're in a situation wherein there's a positive and negative thing, ano ba yung ifo-focus mo? Are you going to focus on the negative? 'Di ba? Mag-amplify siya. Or are you going to focus on the positive, on the learning, on the growth, 'di ba?
Halimbawa may yung may bond paper dito, tapos yung may dot. Ba ano titingnan mo yung dot or yung may malinis na malaki.
Yes,
Something like
exactly.
that, 'di ba?
Yeah, sobrang ganda na.
But ano masasabi mo, bakit yung iba hindi nagcha-champion kahit gano'n na yung kasi ito naman yung question na to para sa mga Kaizen students na talagang nagpursige na I will be the next Kaizen champion pero hindi sila nag-champion. What can you say about them? Kasi
sobrang ganda.
medyo slightly controversial yun eh.
Yes, sobrang ganda yan. Alam mo, ang idea ko rin of being a champion before was winning. Was being the number one.
Yung external win na may
having,
plaka ka.
having the plaque. Kasi, let's face it, reality naman talaga. Pag naging champion ka, may plaka ka, number one ka, ganyan-ganyan. Pero as seasons goes by, as the years goes by, nag-iiba yung definition ko of being a champion. I think being a champion goes beyond the plaque. Kasi yung plaque na alikabukan lang yan eh. Diba? Just imagine yung plaque ko dun sa bahay na alikabukan na. And I think nag-evolve siya dun sa idea na the real definition of being a champion is creating more champions, leaving a legacy. Diba? What's the sense of you being a champion if you cannot inspire even one single soul? And I think being a champion really depends on the person. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na hindi ka champion kasi wala kang plaque, 'di ba? So kapag for me, I am a champion. Kung naramdaman ko sa sarili ko na champion ako, with or without the plaque, I can definitely say na I am a champion. Kasi being a champion is an internal feeling, 'di ba? So yun nga, hindi mo kailangan ng plaque para masabi na champion ka kasi if meron ka na inspire na ibang tao, I think that's the best thing na mararamdaman mo. And naniniwala ako na being a champion is lighting the path of other people, igniting the torch, diba? Passing the torch. Kasi yun nga yung lagi kong sinasabi, if you want to be a champion, be ready to inspire other people, diba? Kasi what's the sense of you winning, being a champion, if you cannot inspire even one single soul, diba?
Ganda nun Yung nangyari kasi, yung mga nadi-discourage maging... Ito pa na-observe ko, halimbawa, pag naging champion externally, parang tatama rin na, hindi naman lahat meron tatama rin na now what? Tapos, wala na, tumahimik na sa community and hindi na nang inspire. Meron naman yung hindi nag-champion pero they continued inspiring.
Yes.
What made you different is you did both. You became a champion externally and internally, you see yourself as a champion. You inspired people. So, I think that's what's unique.
Ayun. So, that's why I'm trying to inspire a lot of champions to create a change. To create a movement where they can inspire more people, diba? Kasi just imagine wherein nagkakaroon ng snowball effect na you create more champions, diba? The real essence of being a champion is creating more champions, diba? Kasi kung hindi ka makakagawa ng next champion, ano yung kwenta mo na pagiging champion? And, ayun nga, let me just define again kung ano ba yung champion. Champion is not, kumbaga, with the plaque, but creating a champion mindset sa other people, diba? So, ayun. Sometimes we are, kumbaga, too attached with the idea of just having the plaque. Pero nakalimutan natin na matalo mo lang yung version, yung day one mo, it's already the biggest win that you can have. Diba? At hindi lang siya about weight, about the scale. Meron tayong mga tinatawag na non-scale wins na hindi man ganun kalaki yung na-lose mo or hindi man ganun kaganda yung transformation mo. Pero na-promote ka, you were able to find your relationship in Kaizen. May mga ganyan na. So,
Okay.
And
relationship, love life, ganun?
Yeah, relationship, love life.
Ikaw ba? Wala ka na...
Okay, tapos ano pa? bigla
Sorry,
ayan.
gumalaw.
So, ayan. So, ayun, hindi lang naman siya about yung sa timbang. Pero sana yung mga tao, other people will focus on the non-scale wins that they have. And I think that's the best win that they can focus on, di ba?
Tama. So ano ba 'yon? Yun namang mga naging champion naman. And what can you say sa kanila to keep inspiring people?
Ayun.
Not just champion, yun nga, yung mention mo. Halimbawa, hindi naging champion sa Kaizen, naging champion naman sila in other areas in life. Na, halimbawa ako, I chose a new path, di ba?
Yes,
na when
yes.
I resigned and build my own business, my own firm. What can you say about yung mga nag-risk na gawin yon and may part kasi no na once nandun ka na, magkakaroon ng new set of responsibilities.
Yeah.
Now it's about consistency. What
Yeah.
can you say?
Pero let me just clarify na hindi siya obligation ng champion to create other champions or to inspire.
Okay.
Ano lang siya, kumbaga parang nabigyan ka ng bigger platform, so why not use it, di ba? Pero it's not indicated or stipulated by the Kaizen program na you should inspire other people. Pero, di ba, just imagine you have the platform na you have the community, you have the reach, the power, the audience. So, why not make good use of it, di ba? So, ayun. Pero ako, naniniwala ako dun sa mga tao na sana they continue to inspire other people. Kasi minsan, nalulungkot tayo na feeling natin wala tayo na-inspire. Pero we have silent listeners, we have silent viewers, silent Alam mo ba, natutuwa ako kasi I was able to receive one message na hindi ko tinuloy yung pagsusuicide kasi napanood ko yung My Day mo and I was inspired. And that really hit the spot na, alam mo yun na parang isang My Day mo lang pala about you posting about fitness, you were able to stop someone from ending their life, di ba? And that's really transformative. Just imagine the number of people na matutulungan mo just by creating positive, influence sa videos mo. So, ayun. So, in-encourage ko kayo guys na to keep posting yung mga gym photos nyo, yung mga diet tips nyo, kasi hindi nyo alam kung sino na-inspire. Diba?
So regardless kung halimbawa 50 viewers lang ganun
Regardless.
or 1 million viewers. Pag may isa kang na prevent na killing themselves, something like that.
Yeah, di ba? Alam mo yun, na parang,
Grabe. Ano yun, total stranger? Yun
yeah,
ano
and
sa'yo?
that's what's funny, na total stranger, hindi ko naman siya kilala, pero nag-message siya ng ganun. So, alam mo yun, ito yung masasabi mo na just change one single soul, di ba? So, just imagine, nakabago ka ng buhay ng ibang tao and you inspired him to be better. Di ba? So, I encourage everyone to do the same kasi, for sure, everyone's life is very inspirational. Hindi mo naman kailangan magkaroon ng sad story to inspire other people. Sometimes just by doing something normal, just by living, just by waking up every day normally, di ba? You're going to inspire a lot of people.
Kasi yung ng ibang tao, yung friction sa kanila, they're too afraid na ma-judge sila ng ibang tao di ba? Sacrificing their own authenticity.
Yes.
Siguro as long as wala ka namang ginagawang illegal or masama.
Yes, totoo naman.
You're being your most authentic self. 'Di ba? Go for it.
Yes. And that's what's important, di ba?
Imagine what if nagsusulat na yun ng note niya or nagpe-prepare na, biglang nakita yung story ni Champy, ay, life is worth living. What the hell? Why not, di ba? So, teka, meron akong additional questions Wow, sakto pala, fitness, kaizen. Ito, ba't nga pala, kasi wala na ako, ilang season na ako wala sa Kaizen So, ano yung message mo naman dun sa mga, ang tagal nang hindi nag-Kaizen na gustong bumalik? What can they expect? Halimbawa, galing season 3 or galing season 2.
Yeah.
Tapos, kasi upload ko to next week, di ba? Pasimula na
yes,
season
yes.
9, di ba?
Yeah, and nakakatuwa kasi, alam mo yun, January, new me, new version, ganyan. Siguro what they will expect sa Kaizen is always evolving. So, lagi may bago, lagi may improvement. So, I encourage you guys to join kasi it's a different pa rin kumbaga parang accountability and the community itself. Kumbaga meron yung iba dito nakuha na nila yung fitness goal nila pero the reason why they are staying is because of the community, the genuine community that they cannot find in other kumbaga places, 'di ba? And I think yun yung reason kung ba't ka babalik attorney Lance. Tama ba?
Mag-enroll ako sa Kaizen Season 9.
Ayun, sobrang ganda. And we're very much excited.
Paano kung ako member ako nung Project Champion, Project Legacy paano yung mga bagong nakikinig na, halimbawa, Kaizen students sila, tapos narinig nila yung Project Legacy. Paano mag-apply daw sa Project Legacy?
Ayun. So, ano ba muna yung Project Legacy or Project Champion? So, basically, it's a high-level accountability wherein yung mga gustong mag-champion, yung mayroong mga gigil na parang umakyat sa podium. So, I'm gathering everyone na, alam mo yun, same energy, same vibe. Kasi nagsimula to nung previous seasons, may mga nag-chat sa akin ng mga tao na parang, paano ba maging champion? Sa sobrang, parang mga 8 ata sila. Sabi ko, why not create a group chat na para isang send na lang ako ng message, ito gagawin nyo, ganito yung nyo. And then, ayun, ang gusto ko lang dati, pagsabungin sila, na parang kung sino mananalo. Pero, ang nangyari, nagtulungan sila, nag-share sila ng mga best practices nila. And it evolved from a competition idea to creating a community wherein they foster yung positive influence na lahat sila gusto maging champion. Just imagine, lahat positive, lahat good vibes. Just imagine the kind of energy na mai-emit nila sa isang kwarto. So, imagine you're facing 100 champions, all champion mindset. Tingnan naman natin kung hindi ka mag-execute, di ba? So, if you guys want to be part of this high-level community, kung gusto maging next champion, if you want to push your fitness further, at gusto mo mag-level up, so this is the perfect group for you. So, wala naman siyang severe initiation or something. Pero, ayun, just send me a message or any Project Legacy member. And then, ayun, let's connect. Let's help each other out.
Pero first of all, dapat mag-enroll ka muna sa Kaizen.
Exactly.
Di ba? Tapos, affiliate link ko. Champ Fit. Kaizen /
Champy.
Champy. Okay.
Yes.
Tapos, ito, next question ko. Bakit nagbago yung name? wholesome way? Ba't nagbago yung name nga ng Project Champion to Project Legacy?
Ayun, nagbago siya kasi the main goal of Project Champion was to create champions. And it did create champions. Ang dami namin naging champions.
Per season, di ba?
Yeah. Ang dami. Halos dito lahat nanggagaling. But the problem is, hindi naman lahat nag-champion eh. So, sabi ko, why not transition from creating champions to creating legacies that truly last? Kasi not everyone in Project Champion lives as champion, but everyone in Project Legacy can leave a big legacy in the community. Diba? So the idea of creating champion transcended from just creating one champion to creating 100 legacies. Di ba mas maganda pakinggan yun na anong legacy yung naiwan mo to create a mark in the community. Diba?
Tsaka mas naging aligned dun sa 100,000 goal ni Coach, di ba?
Yeah.
Coach Cho.
Totoo. Kasi dito sa Project Champion, you can create one champion. But in Legacy, you can create multiple legacies in a single season, diba?
Ano yun eh? Yung favorite kong quote about legacy, dagdag ko lang dito, yung ano, what is a legacy, di ba? Yung sa Hamilton. It's planting seeds. Ano yun? Planting in a garden that you will never see. Yun yung legacy na generational legacy, di ba? Right now, you're planting seeds. Pero there might come a time na yung pinaplant mong seeds, it will outlive you. Na by the time na wala na dito sa earth, di ba?
Yeah.
Maalala ka pa rin eh. Not directly ikaw, pero what you did, parang merong butterfly effect. Alam mo
Diba?
yun?
Totoo yan. Kasi, alam mo yun, parang, ito, no offense to other champions, pero makakalimutan nila kung sino yung champions, kung sino yung first place, second place ng ganitong season. Pero ang hindi nila makakalimutan is the way how you made other people feel or the legacy that you left on earth, di ba? Hindi man lang nasabi yung specific name mo, pero maalala nila na may tumulong sa kanila at some point in their weakest or their loneliest time on earth, di ba? Parang gano'n.
Oh, yun nga, hindi naman maalala ng mga tao yung mga, mga awards, everything. What will last is how you treated them, what they made you feel, what you made them feel, di ba? And, ayun, jam with the Lord. Now, mag-ano na tayo, since medyo magta-top 10 tayo.
Alright.
Top 5 na lang, top 5, sige. So, sa magtatanong ako sa'yo, tapos magbigay ka ng top 5, no? Okay, so top 5 na workouts. Kung meron ka lang 5
okay.
workouts na gagawin for 100 days, sige, 100 days. Ano yung top 5 na yon?
Okay. So, top 5, syempre...
May explain na, konting explain.
Okay.
Na.
So, lalayo pa ba tayo? So, we're going to work with the big compound exercise.
Okay, compound.
Yeah.
Go.
Kasi compound exercises...
May compound ulit pag wala
Yes.
zero knowledge.
Yeah, compound exercises, it targets more muscles.
Okay.
Unlike yung kunyari mga isolation exercises that it targets specific muscles. Like, yung mga single muscle group, parang ganyan. But compound exercises, it targets a lot. So, if I'm going to do 5 exercises for the rest of my life, it would be, first is, favorite nating lahat, which is, bench press.
Bench press, okay.
Hindi yan mawawala.
Barbell or dumbbell?
For me, mas gusto ko ang dumbbell.
Okay.
Sorry, barbell.
Barbell bench press, okay.
Barbell bench press tayo.
Okay.
And then, syempre, hindi dyan mawawala ang squats.
Squats.
Yeah.
Paanong squats gagawin mo? Kasi maraming variants.
Just the normal squats.
Barbell or goblet squat?
Actually, mas gusto ko ang nasa machine.
Machine.
Yeah,
Smith machine.
Smith machine.
Okay.
So, the reason why I want Smith machine kasi kumbaga parang tamad kasi ako mag-isip. So, yung machine na mag-iisip kung paano ko, yung
yung
posture
form.
ko, yung form ko, ganyan. So, yun, it's helpful naman for me.
Sa Smith machine ba, iba yung weight ng bar? Hindi siya 20, no?
It depends on the brand of the Smith machine. And
Okay.
siguro, lalo kung nasa ibang bansa ka. So, ayun. Ikaw ba, ina-add mo pa siya sa mo?
Hindi, pag Smith machine, ginagawa ko yung lang.
Yung weight lang.
Yung weight lang. Kasi ang gaang eh.
And paano mo i-add?
Bakit?
Ina-add mo ba siya na, kunyari, right and left? Or right lang?
Hindi. Pwede yun, no? Pag Smith machine, pantay. Kasi ini-imagine ko siya as barbell eh. Pero may
Okay.
mga nakikita nga ako Smith machine, yung left side lang nilalagyan.
Ako, ganun ako.
Ganun ka?
Kasi-
Pwede ba yun?
Kasi I mean left side, saan nilalaga?
Ha?
Sa nilalag? Sa, dinodocument?
Sa heavy ko din.
Nilalagay ko lang, kunyari, kunyari 2020. Nilalag ko lang, 20 lang.
Hindi 40 ginagawa
Hindi.
mo. Ay, ako, ina-add ko. So, 2020, 40.
bobo kasi ako sa math.
Okay.
So, sabi ko, ilalag ko lang to para, syempre, ano naman siya, bilateral,
Personal,
naman siya. So, pag 20 to, malamang 20 rin to. Parang gano'n.
Alam mo, okay din yan. Pero mas magandang tingnan kasi
Mas,
sa
sa
journal na ang laki eh.
Kaya makikita ng mga tao, ba't ang binuhat lang ni Champ? Ganito lang yung
20 lang.
Oo,
pero
20
yung
lang.
pala, 20 plus 20
Oo,
plus 20, 60 na.
Tamad kasi ako mag-isip.
Okay.
Kaya sabi ko, less friction for me. So,
Wow,
ganun.
okay. Galing ah. Oh, number 3.
Number 3, deadlift.
Oh, deadlift.
Yeah.
Compound din.
Yes, compound. And, syempre gusto natin ng abs. Ang favorite nating abs is, alam nyo ba guys, na fan fact lang, you don't need to do a lot of abs exercises. All you need to do is cable crunch and
Isa lang dapat.
sige, cable crunch.
Cable crunch.
Cable crunch.
Bakit? Hulaan ko kasi may progressive overload pag cable crunch.
Hindi naman, pero I'm just very comfortable with doing cable crunches.
Okay.
And yung sa tension when it comes to cables, it's kumbaga mas na-appreciate ko siya.
Oh, mas ramdam mo na gumagana yung abs ano. Isolated.
Mas na-enjoy ko kasi yung time under tension.
Ah.
So it's part of my progressive overload rin ng time under tension.
Wow. So last exercise.
The last exercise natin is syempre for the leg press. Syempre kailangan
Leg
maganda
press.
yung legs natin.
Okay. So dalawa na no? Isang squat, Smith machine, tsaka leg press.
Mhm.
Wow. Yung machine no, yung nakahiga,
Yes.
ganun. Wow. So yun yung top 5 ni Champy. Bench press, Smith machine, squats, tapos deadlift. Number 4, abs. Yung abs niya is cable crunch, and number 5 is ano yan? Leg press. Doon pinakamabigat eh. Pinaka-satisfying doon eh.
Yes.
Okay, next. Top 5. Mahilig ka sa self-improvement. Authors or mentors? Top
Authors.
5 mo.
Syempre, mentors, alam pa ba ako? Syempre, si Cholim.
Okay, top 1.
Okay,
Coach
top
Cho.
one, Cholim.
Alam mo, mag-guess ka someday. Manifest.
Oo, kasi di ba? And babalik ka sa Kaizen, di ba? So, pwede natin siyang top
kahit
yun.
Zoom lang, Coach Cho.
Ayan, di ba? And then, si Real Talk Norbs. Syempre.
Number.
So, kung may fitness tayo si Cholim, si
Um,
Real Talk Darbs naman, siya naman sa content creation.
Nag-Kaizen ba si Real Talk
Yes,
Darbs?
and naging student ko si Real Talk Darbs.
Wow.
Diba?
So, student mo siya, tapos student ka rin niya.
Yes.
Nice.
So, ganun.
Okay. Number 3.
Number 3 naman is book siguro, which is yung Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Robert Kiyosaki.
Yes, Robert Kiyosaki.
Finance naman.
Finances. And next one is si Atomic Habit.
James Clear.
It's clear.
Okay.
And number 5 naman is yung nanay at tatay ko.
Wow. Okay.
Diba?
Oh, speaking of, sige, bigyan kita additional question. Personally for you, sino yung pinaka-successful person? Kahit basta pick on top of your head, if you think of a successful person.
Kung sino yung lalabas. Siguro lumalabas is myself. Lalayo pa ako, di ba?
Yan yung gusto ko sa'yo.
So, I think I'm a very successful person kasi I was able to beat my day 1 versus day 100. And I think that's the essence of life is beating and growing, di ba?
Ang kakompete mo naman talaga sa life yung
yourself.
previous self mo.
Ito yung nakakalimutan ng mga tao during the competition na akala nila, ang kalaban nila is yung ibang tao. Kaya nga, ang favorite quote ko, di ba, the thief of joy is comparison. Why are you comparing yourself with other people? And in fact, hindi mo naman sila kalaban eh.
So, competitive ka with your old self
Yes,
mostly.
exactly.
Not other people.
Diba?
Okay. Eto, last na siguro, related ulit sa fitness. Top 5 na high protein na pagkain.
High protein na pagkain. Siyempre, chicken breast.
Chicken breast, okay.
Ayan. And then,
Pinaka-calorie, protein, high in protein.
High protein. And then next naman natin is beef.
Beef. Any beef? Ganun?
Any beef.
Okay.
Lean beef tayo.
Lean beef.
And then, syempre, ano ba mga high protein? Diyos ko, nakalimutan ko. Syempre, whey protein.
Whey protein.
Kapag mababa na yung calories
Pagkain,
natin. And then, we're going to do with, ano ba mga high protein? Diyos ko, parang hindi ako fitness coach.
Kahit...
Ano ba? Hindi ko na, wala kasi kaming pork sa Middle East.
Okay,
Hindi
bawal
masabi
pork.
yung
Ekis na yung pork.
Ano
Hindi rin
ba?
ako nagpo-pork eh. Okay.
Ayun, top 3 lang yata yung alam ko.
Top 3. kung meron kang ulam na pwede mong, kasi pansin ko sa'yo loyal ka eh. So,
Yes.
kung may isa ka lang ulam na kakainin,
Chicken breast.
paano malulutuin yung
Air
chicken?
fried lang sa salt. Kasi tamad nga ako magluto.
Oh,
So,
so-
paulit-ulit ko lang siya kakainin.
So, nagkaroon ng time, 5 months, ganun?
Yeah, 5 months. And it's a very low friction meal for me, di ba?
Oo.
Slice, linisan mo, and then salang sa air fryer. Kainin mo na.
Tapos pwede mong bilhin kahit saan kung
Yes,
nasa.
exactly.
Okay.
And naniniwala kasi ako na parang if it's giving you result, why change it, di ba? So, tamad ako mag-experiment kaysa magkaroon pa ako ng anxiety kung na-hit ko ba yung macros ko at calories ko. So, stick with the diet, di ba? Sabi nga nila, kumain ng masarap or magmukhang masarap. Diba? Doon
Dami
tayo
mo,
sa-
ayan, mga
Doon tayo sa latter.
maging masarap. Tapos, I think meron pa akong additional question eh. Ito, last na to. Oh, ito usually kong tanong. What would you do if money were not an issue?
If in the issue, I
Yes.
want to
What would you be doing?
traveling the world
Traveling
with
the
my
world.
6-pack abs.
Top 5 countries.
5 countries. Yung mga napunta ko na ba or gusto kong puntahan?
Both.
Sige. Recently nakapunta ako sa Switzerland
Wow.
on top of my list. And then this December I'll be going to Japan with my family.
Japan.
And sa Spain next year I'll be going.
Wow.
And then Italy, napunta ako na sobrang sarap ng food.
Italy.
Yes. And saan pa ba? Siguro Vatican.
Vatican.
Oo.
Wow.
So nakapunta ako sa Vatican and alam mo ba na country pala siya?
Oo.
Ba't ako hindi ko alam?
At least, alam mo, yung travel is sa way na nakakatalino talaga yung
True.
travel. Diba? Educational siya eh.
True,
Kala
bro.
ng iba luho travel, pero for me, it's a very educational
Yeah.
activity.
And sabi nga nila, pag nag-travel ka, you're going to learn something about yourself. Hindi lang sa ibang lugar. Diba?
Oy, ayun, bago na
Yeah.
wow. So, eto, last, where can people find you? Kung gusto ko nilang i-follow, subscribe, affiliate, you know.
So guys, if you want to follow me, know more about me, so my Facebook page for my influencer era is Champfit, CHAMP space FIT. And kung gusto mo naman ng personal account ko, it's RJ Aquino. So same siya sa Instagram din. So ayun guys, follow for more fitness advice, personal development, and kung ano-ano lang.
Thank you, Champy. I really appreciate you. I hope maging guest kita someday kung ano man gagawin ko sa buhay. And thank you so much, dormmates. Good night.
Good night guys. So
Bye-bye.
ayun,
Yes,
attorney, thank you
wow.
very much.
Thank you
Picture naman
rin.
tayo.
Ay, oo
Nandito
nga.
tayo sa safe.